Hey guys and girls, I'm Allie, and this will be the day we've waited for because it's the RWBY Volume 6 soundtrack. Um, it's been out for a while, for a few weeks, but I tried to stay clear of it to make this reaction as honest as possible. Um, yeah, I've listened to the versions that we know from the show proper a lot of times. I listen to it a lot. But I don't know the full versions at all, except for Nevermore. But I mean, we had the whole song in the credits. But yeah, this won't only be a reaction video, it will also be kind of an analysis video because I know myself, I'm gonna look into the lyrics one by one, see what I can get from those. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Also, this will be a two-parter. Um, First of all, in this video, we will do Lionize because we know that from the character short Rising, the theme, the intro song. Then Miracle, which played in the first episode, and Big Metal Shoe, because that's also about the whole team technically, because it played in the fight against Caroline Cordovan, uh, which technically had most of the main characters involved. So I think this might fit a lot more than, say, one thing. um, One thing, however, will be, I think, the second in my order in my second video. There, first, I will do Nevermore because I know that song already, just for analyzing it. Then One Thing, then Indomitable, and Forever Fall. I did this order and this, well, division into two groups because, well, mainly emotions. Because I know that I'm for sure gonna cry at Forever Fall. I don't know how Indomitable will make me feel. So those are at least like the more emotional songs that I expect, which will be featured in the next video, not in this one. And I have talked a lot about this right now. Yeah. I hope my mic picks me up all right at the moment because I'm not gonna move it. Just gonna move myself for the video because I have a little bit of a special setup for the reactions to the soundtrack. Also, I'm wearing my Yang shirt because it's my only RWBY shirt and I just wanted to wear something RWBY. But yeah, we're gonna start with Lionized. So yeah, as you can see, I put up a picture of Adam because Lionized is about Adam. I don't have a figure of him, that's why I put on a drawing. For the other songs, there will be a few of my beautiful figures. But yeah, this is what I meant with setup. It's a little bit more complicated with moving the thing that I have here that you don't see. But yeah, Lionized. That was the first song of Volume 6 we actually could listen to for a small amount, um, in the Adam character short. And I think I have to move this out of the way so I can see the screen. Yeah, what I heard in my first listen when I reacted to the Adam character short were things like hero and savior. Um, and of course, I listened to those parts a lot of times. Yeah, and my screen is still trying to annoy me. Just let's get on with it. Yeah, I listened to it a lot of times, and yeah, it's just a song about how Adam feels like there has to be a change, that other people don't do what is necessary to actually improve their situation. And he sees himself as the one who will make a change, and he sees himself as the one who should get the credit for that. That is what I get from Lionized, the incomplete version. I'm not gonna go through the lines just yet. I'm only gonna go through all the lines after we listen to the full version, which is gonna be now. Let's start with the first song on the RWBY Volume 6 soundtrack, Lionized. Technically, on the soundtrack, it's Rising, the first one, because it's, well, it's the opening. But I thought Lionized, because we had the character short, it fits more in the beginning. So, let's get started in 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, it's very calm. Not at all like the rock version we had. Yeah, now it's starting up. And I'm losing Flint of RWBY's videos for all the new songs. I forgot to say that. I'm gonna link him in the description below. Yeah, I think that's the part we know. When he started fighting. Oh, it's... Ooh. Okay. I don't hear myself because of the song, so it could be very bad singing right now. It's very interesting how it like calms down for a little bit and then goes back up. The feeling is kind of more like in Red Like Roses Part 2, when you have to stop for a moment and then it goes back up. It's a lot of instrumental in the song too. So leaders, the prize, replace them with a warrior. The human that just confuses me, this part. Sure. Is this also the end of the song? Yeah, it is the end of the song. Interesting. So my first impression was times a little bit confused. Because maybe it was because we already know like part of the song and it has been kind of cut up into pieces and put together in another way. Because like sometimes when we get from one part to the other in the character short, here in the full version there's like another part right in between. I don't know if it's just me, but it was a little bit weird that that transition. It's very, well, sudden. I don't know what I think about it. I don't know what I think about this song. think I expected more. I think I expected a little bit more of it. But, well, let's just get into the lyrics, see if we can find some gems in there. So, okay. First lines are taunted and tortured, insulted and reviled, enthralled to human overlords since I was a child. The only interesting thing here is that he actually acknowledges that he was kind of tortured, that he was a victim of this since he was a child. That it wasn't just something that came, it was there all along. And human overlords. I don't know if he's just talking about humans in general or if that's like a little nod to the SDC. Because now we know what's under his mask and that he was very probably tortured by the SDC. But nothing really new there. It's just it is kind of reminiscent of From Shadows when they were like stripped of all rights, born with no life, into subjugation. All those comments, how they are treated. It's not really something new. Then we have the part that we knew already, surrounded by weaklings, pathetic and oppressed, satisfied to gnaw on scraps, afraid to leave the nest. I always found that this is kind of the message too of this song. I always thought so, because it kind of says everyone around him is not doing anything about it. They just accept their place in the world. They are oppressed, but they don't do anything against it. And he sees them as weaklings. Yeah, and this afraid to leave the nest is kind of like little birds too scared to get out into the real world, just living their life as if nothing happens outside. Won't apologize for retribution, punishment is well deserved. Yeah, it just kind of gets on the whole message he sends there. Like, he doesn't want to stand for it, and that he thinks those people have to be punished. I think that's the whole song, like, just subjugate, humiliate, robbers of our pride, watch them fall as I'm glorified. You'll see, I'm their hero, I be lionized, I have the strength to do what's needed, unify our people with no compromise. I always thought the no compromise was very harsh, but very fitting. No deals, just straightforward, doing his thing. I almost think that there's more to analyze in the scraps we already knew of this song. Champion the truth until they recognize, lead them to salvation, and regain our lives. Yeah. Regain, however, it's like first he says since I was a child, and now regain. So the problem with words like regain, reclaim in From Shadows 2, from a standpoint of the faunus themselves, it's okay, yeah. They had the rights and they were kind of stripped away from them, and they want them back. But if this has been going on for all his life, does he even have a life to regain? That's kind of a little bit just a lexical challenge there. Then we have this whole part that is just instrumental, very much instrumental in the song. Behold your flaccid leaders, too weak to take the prize, replace them with a warrior, it's time we mobilize. Depose the feeble cowards, heed this battle cry, vengeance on the human filth, the time is now, we rise. We'll rise is also a callback to From Shadows. And we'll rise. Won't accept a life of destitution. Suffering is over soon. Terminate, annihilate. Our enemies must die. Destroy them all while I am glorified. So the glorified has been there already. So the glorified is 2 times in the song, putting actual emphasis on this. He wants to take the credit for all of that. And this, our enemies must die, destroy them all. It's very harsh, but fitting. I'm here, I'm your savior, I be lionized, I'm the path to reclamation. This world will have no peace till our dreams realized, no mercy, no compassion of us. Justified, time to turn the table and is tyrannized. And that was the end. Yeah. I still think that the parts we got in the character short give much more information than the rest. Also, like the last, time to turn the tables on who's tyrannized. So, not only be equal. What he said to Sienna, actually. He doesn't want equality anymore. He wants to rule over the humans. But yeah, it didn't really give any more of information. I think the only interesting thing was that he said that it was going on since he was a child. But nothing really more. And I'm still very skeptical because of the song, because of the little parts that seem to jump a lot. I think I have to listen to this a few times to actually get used to this new version. Yeah, I mean, it's not too disappointing, but I'm also not, like, too impressed with it. Yeah, I think this is all I'm gonna say about this song. Let's move on to Rising. So yeah, this time we have Yang 2 times, because she's the only one I have from Team RWBY, and I decided to use the Team Juniper figures in other songs. Technically, I'm gonna use her again in Nevermore, but well, because she's a member of the original Team RWBY, so she's here. Rising, yeah, our intro song. The part we know very well, I guess. I've listened to it so many times, I don't know even. I was very skeptical the first time I heard it, but it so much grew on me. A lot. It's still not my favorite opening song, of course. My favorite opening songs are still Time to Say Goodbye and The Triumph. I think that Rising is kind of on the same page as This Will Be the Day right now, on the 3rd spot. Yeah, and then I get Let's Just Live and When It Falls. But yeah, it's still a good song. And now I'm very curious how the full version will be, because I remember the full versions of some of the other opening songs, like The Triumph, held really, really good stuff. I'm curious to see what it is. So let's start with Rising. And I'm gonna drink something first because I'm gonna sing. I'm so much gonna sing. In 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, that's just the part we know. Stay close, move fast. Darkness cannot last. No hope, no path, but we got a dream tonight, and we cannot wait. Trust the way we made, the sparrows born to fly, the mountains tower. The river knows to reach the sea, the rain will help the flowers be. We're the same, you and me. The lightning doesn't take advice from anyone. The willow doesn't need to learn to stand. A sun seeks day will find our way, and we'll catch that dream together someday soon. We're rising like the moon. And now the new part. I'm hyped. Ooh, a little bit different voice now. True. Ooh, nice. Ooh. Those are interesting lines. I'm gonna look back at those. A little bit instrumental. I also like the art very much that Untitled RWBY used here. Okay, that was sudden. Oh god. Maybe I should have Pyrrha here. Advice from anyone. So the chorus starts with the lightning, okay. Each day we'll find our way, and we'll catch that dream together someday soon. We're rising like the moon. Okay, so as I said before, when the bridge came on, that was very sudden. Kind of like I said in Lionize, but the difference here is that it actually fit into the song. It was a bridge, and even though I really technically liked the habit that they had before, that the bridges were calmer than the song itself. But here with Rising, we actually have a song that has like, its verses are calmer. So the bridge had to be something different, I think. And I really like that bridge, but we're gonna go to that later. So we're, yeah, stay close, move fast. We know this part already, but I'm gonna say something to it, just thoughts I had, and because I never really talked about the actual lyrics and the meaning of the songs. Yeah, stay close, move fast. I always think that it's kind of an homage to, well, them all being apart for almost 2 volumes, some of them. That Team RWBY was everywhere. So they want to stay close now, close together. And move fast is just, they have to act now. But they do it together. And then the darkness cannot last. Of course, that I don't have to say anything to that. It's just, we cannot let Salem win. Then no hope, no path. I think that has something kind of to do with when they find out that Salem can't be beat through conventional ways. There's like not really something, there's no plan. There is no path. They don't know what to do. But we've got a dream to catch. So it's kind of funny how they say a dream to catch, kind of like catching a train, which is kind of reminiscent of them going by train. But yeah, even though they have no plan, there's kind of a goal. And we cannot wait, trust the way we're made. I always think that that's very interesting to say. Trust the way we are made. Just accept who you are. Um, we're made, it kind of sounds a little bit more like they don't have control over it. They were made by the gods or the parents or anything. But I think it just says that you should accept who you are and that you have strengths and weaknesses, and that the strengths will get you to your goal and the weaknesses won't challenge you too much. The sparrow's born to fly, the mountains tower. Now we just kind of go through the things, what they are made for. The river knows to reach the sea. Like, that's also very interesting, not only that the river flows to the sea, but the river knows to reach the sea. Even though the sea is somewhere, the river still knows its way in some way. So I think that's kind of reminiscent of, even though there's no plan, we have to go and we're gonna find the way. The rain will help the flowers be. We're the same, you and me. That's very interesting because we had this whole diversity stuff going on. Like, what did Ospen say? Unity through diversity. And yeah, the song is about staying together. But the song, this line, like, we're the same. It probably doesn't mean, yeah, we have the same strengths and weaknesses, but we're all people, I think. It's like kind of talking about being equal, everyone having their role to play. The lightning doesn't take advice from anyone. And that's a nice callback to This Will Be the Day. Because we had the line, we are lightning straying from the thunder, which could be seen as those kids are the lightning, and it's straying from the thunder, like all the other authority figures that want to, well, restrain them. And here, again, the lightning doesn't take advice from anyone, which reminds me kind of the scene where Ruby finally stood up to Crow, finally told him that they are gonna do it their way and not take advice from him to abandon all plans. Which is really nice too. The willow doesn't need to learn to stand. As sun seeks day, we'll find our way. Right, our way. And I remember it was repeated another time. So our way is kind of... This is kind of the theme of the song. We're gonna do it our way. We are different, but we're kind of still the same. And even though there's no plan, we will find our way and we're gonna do it. And we'll catch that dream together someday soon. We're rising like the moon. And the moon, I always love those moon references in all those songs. Yeah. Kind of interesting if you think about it, because the moon is shattered. But the moon is still rising, it's still up. That's a nice metaphor. Like the moon. We are like the moon. We are shattered from all the things that happened to us. But we're still rising into the sky. We're still there. I think that's a nice. Maybe it doesn't mean that, but I'm very eager to interpret a lot. So you may have seen that now. Yeah, then we have the second verse, stand firm, outlast. Yeah, that's also like, we have to be ready. We won't be beaten by the past. That's also a very nice line. It's kind of like in the Triumph, we had the bridge with the tears that dried. Yeah, we're powered by every tear that's dried. It's kind of the same. Like, everything that happened in the past will not stop them. One goal, one pact. Yeah, then the goal. Looking forward, never back. never stop moving forward, right? And we're on our way there. There it is. We are on our way. Not we'll find the way, but we are on our way. Loves the choice we made. I thought that this was a very interesting line. Loves the choice we've made. Because, speaking of the relics and everything, we had the relic of choice, which was never found before. But choice was always a big theme in RWBY. And yeah, it kind of shows that the choice, whatever might happen, there's always a choice. And the choice they made is love. Not in particular romantic love. It's just familiar love, like friends, like family. Their team is basically a family, and they love each other. And that's the choice they made. They will fight for what they love, I guess. We're looking to the sky. The light will guide us. That, in particular, reminds me of Cold. With the light you gave to guide me will never fade away. And now the interesting stuff. The rose will grow to be a seed. So, are we talking about RWBY or are we talking about summer? Because if we see it like summer, then the next lines will make a lot of sense. Yeah, the rose will grow to be a seed. From every life another leads, born the way we're meant to be. That summer, as a rose, grew to be a seed for RWBY to get in her place. And also from every life another leads. Every life that is lost births another life that takes its place in some way. Not actually in an emotional way that someone takes the place in a heart of someone or something. Just that there's always someone to bring the case forward again. Born the way we're meant to be. I think that this is kind of a reference to Summer and Silver Eyes and RWBY being the way she's meant to be. Yeah, I think that's a very interesting part. The sky is turning black. Light is fading fast, but we don't surrender. That's still we're broken, but we're not giving up. Also, with sky is turning black. Kind of reminds me of All Things Must Die. Black out the sky. Light is fading fast. It was also in This Will Be the Day, it was mentioned. Brilliant lights will cease to burn and stuff. Shattering the night, radiant and bright, armored in splendor, shining forever. Okay, and I think this is the part where we kind of get into the part where Pyrrha is kind of referenced. Of course, shattering the night is radiant and bright. It's the light that guides them. Armored in splendor. Okay, there we have armor, splendor, okay. But shining forever. We know which person the song Shine was about. And I think this is kind of something that leads us to the next part. We are paragons of virtue and glory. Death can't bind our endless story. And I think it goes further. Infinite and unbound. Yeah. Pyrrha's speech when she unlocked Jean's aura. We've become we become paragons of, blah blah blah. I don't actually know how it is exactly, but yeah, that's reminiscent of that. Death can't bind our endless story. Yeah, even if there's death, people they are still gonna be there in some way. And even though people die, it's not gonna put an end to the cause. Infinite and unbound. Infinite and unbound by death. Oh god. Yeah, and then we have the chorus again. Yeah, other than Lionized, I'm actually happy with how Rising has become a full version. Maybe because it stayed mostly in what I expected it would be. And the bridge, wow, the bridge was surprising. It surprised me a lot. But it was welcome. Welcome. Yeah. The thought of Pyrrha again. Yeah, but I like that reference to, well, volume 1. I've talked a lot about this song, haven't I? Yeah, but I still like it. It's nice. I mean, it's probably not my favorite of all time, like I said before, but I still like it. It's a good addition to the soundtrack. But yeah, the next one we're talking about is Miracle. So yeah, Miracle. It was already starting when I pulled it up. I had to quickly pause it, but it was just a part that we already knew. It's the intro. I think we know a lot about Miracle already. But it's also 4 minutes, so it's gonna be at least a bridge to that. Because we have already heard 2 verses, technically. So there's not gonna be too much new, I guess. And I put up Jean and Ren. I would have put Nora in there too, but I don't really have that much space. Nora's gonna be in the next one. But yeah, Miracle. Again, a song that at the first listen didn't really impress me. Weirdly enough. It was kind of very... It seemed a little bit generic at some points. Not to criticize it too much before I actually listened to the whole thing. It just... I thought it didn't really fit to the fight, but now I've gotten used to it, and like Rising, it won't be my favorite song ever, but I think it's grown on me a lot since then. So let's start with Miracle in 3, 2, 1, and go. Again, like the art very much. Time and time again it seems we've reached the point where all our dreams are crumbling all around us. Every outcome unjust, every step it seems has led us further from our goal instead. Times haven't mattered, we're drifting ever backward. It's very weird you don't have the fighting sounds. That awakening is near. Have to make a choice. We're made of lies, feeling ourselves, trusting in the light. A miracle is all we need, but there isn't one inside. Each and every passing day, your world's in further disarray. Confidence descending, we stray, our aspirations quickly fade. Aspirations rising, just break horizons. This wait here for a sign. Every chance is sure to spread, and the time to act is short. We're now inside. We want to do what's right. Desire to preserve. I didn't know that life was there in the lyrics. I thought it was only desire to preserve. So, now the new part. Yeah, we still have quite a few, like 1.5 minutes left. Build up. A little bit similar to what the bridge in Rising changed in the song. Like that part. Okay. Woo! So we kind of got... technically the chorus is part of the verses, and we just got 2 verses and a bridge that didn't lead anywhere, just into the outro. But yeah, nothing bad. I like this new stuff we got from the lyrics. Time and time again, it seems we've reached the point where all our dreams are crumbling all around us, every outcome unjust. Yeah, this is just those doubts they have. And now, since we listened to Rising before, there are a few things that I want to point out. Have to make... Here, when they sing, and we'll have to make a choice. And in Rising, we have the part that loves the choice we've made. So it seems to me that Miracle is a song that is developing into Rising. That Miracle came before. Yeah, of course, we listened to Miracle in the first episode, while Rising was only heard at the end of the episode. So technically, yeah, Miracle was the first song. But also, like, thematic. Miracle has a lot of doubts. And Rising is kind of, we have overcome our doubts, and now we just go forward. And we'll have to make a choice. Is this path right, or is it made of lies? Which, of course, now that we know a little bit more, is probably referring to Ozpin. We're looking at ourselves, trusting in the light. A miracle is all we need, but there isn't one inside. Yeah. All those doubts. Like, something we got from the part where they shouted at Ozpin because he was lying to them and keeping stuff from them. But also when they were doubtful because of the effects of the apathy. Each and every passing day, confidence is singing, where's a happy ending? Aspiration. On the path, but still we strayed is also a very nice line. Like, we're still following the plan, but we kind of gotten away from it either way. Can wait for a sign. Every cancer's sure to spread. Do they have cancer in Remnant? Maybe they have. We just haven't ever heard of it. We're born to do what's right is also very reminiscent of Rising. Because the whole message of Rising in the beginning is we are what we are made of. We were born to be ourselves. And this is also like we're born to do what's right. So, and then desire to preserve life is powering the light. Which is definitely about Ruby, because her silver eyes are about preserving life. And because this is right after Born to Do What's Right, I'm further encouraged in my analysis of the Bridge of Rising that the one part is about Ruby and Summer and the silver eyes. Because there we had also the being born and stuff. Yeah, we're praying for a miracle, but for now we'll stand and fight. That's like this decision, the decision they made. Like, we still hope for a miracle to happen, but now we're still gonna fight. Sorry about that. And it's kind of somehow like after episode 6, when they escaped from the apathy, when they finally realize, yeah, we still have to do something, even though there might be no hope left. We still have to act. And then we have the bridge, which was very interesting again, like in Rising too. Those songs are very reminiscent of each other. Every plan falls apart, all of it pointless. Nothing gained, all in vain, going down. Under siege, sinking fast, crumbling quickly, fear and shame, endless pain, floundering. This is like everything, like those doubts, those, oh my god. It's just like nothing is gonna work out again. Even though we have the decision before, yeah, we're gonna fight, it still seems hopeless. And then it goes with vile abominations all around us, thriving, destroying every hope of justice. Still we pray, soon one day our faith will be revived, we'll wake to see the light. So that is kind of the transition of, yeah, our faith, even if we seem to have lost it, it will come back. And one day we'll be on our tracks again. We'll wake to see the light, also a very, very nice line. And a miracle, yeah, a miracle is waiting there. I swear it showed up out of thin air. That's kind of funny. Like, yeah, a miracle. I mean, a miracle is supposed to just happen without you ever knowing that it would happen. Yeah, out of thin air. I wonder what this is referring to. The miracle that showed up out of thin air. Is it again about the silver eyes? But I mean, that didn't show up out of thin air, right? That, I'm curious about that. Maybe someday we'll know more. Right in front of our eyes. Yeah, and that's the end. Miracle right in front of our eyes. Yeah, it has to be something. Something that happened. I'm trying to think about what it could mean. The thing is, the miracle of the silver eyes didn't happen out of thin air. We technically knew about that from volume 3, but well, I don't know. That's kind of a thing to think about in later, maybe in the later volumes, or just when I listen to it more times. Yeah, then we're gonna move on to our fourth song and last song of today, since I'm gonna have to take a break at least. And I'm still waiting for Flint of Ruby to, well, upload Indomitable. No, he did that. What did he do? He didn't upload Forever Fall yet. So I'm still waiting for Forever Fall. And yeah, but it's gonna come soon. Just know that this video will be up as soon as I hit 500 subscribers. I cannot talk anymore. Just because I want to have something for you. So I figured why not start with the first part of the soundtrack reaction already. But yeah, and now we have Big Metal Shoe. Let's start with that. Yeah, Big Metal Shoe. I put Nora and Ren here just because of, you get back here with my man! Sorry, but I figured if in some song I put those two here, then in this one. The last one, in Miracle, I put Ren and John there because they mask the train and everything, teamwork stuff. Yeah. Just believe me, John is gonna be up another time, together with Pyrrha. But that's in the next video. Yeah, what I noticed here, Big Metal Shoe, feat. Casey Lee Williams and Lamar Hall by Jeff Williams. We're gonna get a rap part, I guess. That's kind of what it implies. But it's a pretty short song too. It's like only 2 minutes 46 seconds. So it's a very short song, but we're probably gonna get a rap part. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, a little disclaimer before. No, just something I want to say beforehand is I'm not familiar with the story about the lady in the shoe. And I'm not really familiar with some of the nursery rhymes that some people may have grown up with. I didn't. So if I don't get some references, it's just because I just don't know them. Just so you know. But yeah, Big Metal Shoe. It's a hype song from what we've heard in the show. So let's get rocking a little bit. We'll see. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Ooh. Yeah, nursery rhymes. It kind of... That was an interesting transition. Interesting intro. You are the Big Metal Show. Finding so many kids don't know what to do. Got some heavy metal but big and bad. This little riding hood's just way too red. Mirror, mirror, who will lose it all? Be with those children or your cradle's gonna fall. Cause I'm alive like a puppet with a heartbeat. I'm on fire, flying like a dope sheet. Heading for a fall, engineering the air. House made of straw, no one putting it together again. And now the next part. And it's still staying rocky. Okay, I get that one. And I know that one too. Interesting.
can't oppose me, let you know now. I'm here to take you down. You're gonna meet your end in the splendor. No more pretending you're all pinning. Star won't twinkle, squeeze to a wrinkle, bloody up the scene. A nightmare's fiend. Run the bridge down, you can't make a sound. The wheels on your bus just been crushed. Any, meeny, mine. Time for you to die. Catch him by the toe, never letting go. No time to pray. It's your last day. A, B, C, D, you can't see me.
Interesting rap part, very fast. I don't think I got all of those in one go now. Like a puppet with a heartbeat, I'm on fire. With the dope shape, last week. Having far, far engineering the end like a house made of straw. No one's putting it together again. Ooh, like the end there. Like the end there. I always like it if there's like a few chords that are just... yeah. I think out of the bunch, Big Metal Shoe is my favorite. Just, I like the sound of it. I really like the sound of it. It's gonna be a workout song. Again, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe. I mean, right now my workout song from RWBY is Ignite. But yeah, let's get into the lyrics. That's gonna be a lot to talk about, and some things I'm just not gonna know. So check you out, you Big Metal Shoe. Yeah, that's that's just Caroline Cordovan in her, well, robot, and her bass formed like a shoe. Finding so many kids don't know what to do. Yeah, she is. You got some heavy metal, but big ain't bad. I like the heavy metal part because, I mean, I don't know if this song is considered heavy metal. I don't think so, but it's kind of a mixture of rock and metal for me. Like it's like it has something. Big Ain't Bad is also very interesting. This Little Riding Hood's just way too rad. Yeah, she is. RWBY's just too rad for you. Yeah, that's basically just a reference to RWBY. And then what I always found interesting in this song, Mirror, Mirror, Who Will Lose It All? Because Mirror, Mirror has always been a Weiss thing. The mirrors. The only thing we had before with mirrors otherwise was mirrored eyes, which referred to silver eyes. But here it's just basically Snow White. Mirror, Mirror, and then Who Will Lose It All? Yeah. Maybe it's because, okay, not all of Team RWBY is fighting Cordovan. Because Blake and Yang are away. So out of Team RWBY, who is there? RWBY and Weiss. So technically it fits. First the Red Riding Hood. Then we have Mirror, Mirror for Weiss. And, okay, and also fitting because those are Atlas forces technically, even though they are in Mistral, or, well, in Anima, it's still Atlas forces. So Mirror, Mirror is kind of, because it's Weiss, Atlas, you know what I mean. Soundly with those children or your cradle's gonna fall. Yeah, I guess it's about the nursery rhyme with the lady in the shoe again. Or something different. 'Cause I'm alive like a puppet with a heartbeat. Reminds me so much of Pinocchio. Because, I mean, a puppet with a heartbeat. And Penny, oh my god. Yeah, that just says that Penny was alive, okay? Yeah, I'm on fire and I'm flying off the dope sheet. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I never realized what it meant. But I'm on fire. I always like those things. You're gonna wind up like that Robin at your last tweet. Also don't know what that's supposed to mean. You're heading for a fall and you're nearing the end. Yeah. Like a house made of straw, no one's putting you together again. I know that one because, I mean, with the three little piggies who build houses and the wolf is blowing them apart. At least two of them. And yeah, the first one is made of straw, so that's basically what that means. What that refers to. And then we best get nimble and you better be quick. I wouldn't have got that if we haven't had RWBY Chibi. Because at RWBY Chibi there's this skit where Ruby's jumping and sings like John be nimble, John be quick, and John is then answering with Blake be nimble, Blake be quick. And that's definitely a reference to this. I don't know where it comes from, if it's just like some rhyme that you do while rope skipping. But I think, yeah. It's still kind of too Caroline Cordovan, because, well, she should be nimble and quick. Or I'm gonna break your bones with some stones and sticks. That's also interesting. I'm gonna break your bones with some stones and sticks. It's very interesting. Okay, that's just me as a linguistics major. Quick and sticks rhymes, but bones and stones also rhymes, and it's very weird to have bones and stones not being in positions that should rhyme, but quick and sticks are. But yeah, that's just me. I'm gonna break your bones, yeah. Not melt bones, if we are at RWBY Chibi already. Run, 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 just as fast as you can. There's a lot of running there. I think that is also something. I'm trying to think of something that might. I just know some, because I grew up in Germany, I just know something about jumping and hop, hop, hop. Yeah, I don't know. You better make a wish like the fisherman. I know that one. I know that one. I was so proud that I knew that one. This is actually kind of an anecdote, because we had a play in elementary school. It was like in 3rd grade or something. And we had a play with a lot of random little scenes that were recited. And I didn't have a role there, but one of the others was ill. And I had 5 minutes to get all the lines down. And it was about the fisherman who made a wish to this fish who yeah, who he caught and everything. So I got that one. It's an elementary school memory for me. Ashes, ashes, guess who's falling down? So that's interesting, because that's along the lines where we had mirror, mirror, who will lose it all. Now we have ashes, which is very interesting. Like, what do the ashes mean? I mean, yeah, the ashes are falling down, but I guess Kodo is falling down too. Yeah, it's just interesting how we got from mirror to ashes. I mean, okay, with the next lines, it kind of fits, because ashes, cinder, like not Cinder as a character actually, but Cinderella as the fairy tale, because then we have sparring in glass slippers. Glass slippers, of course, is Cinderella, and you're bound to break your crown. I don't know, break crown. Was there something about breaking a crown somewhere? And I'm just right, like a porridge at an ice heat. Basically Goldilocks. Yeah. So at first we had that Little Riding Hood, and then Mirror Mirror, and now we're gonna get into the remaining part of Team RWBY, I guess. Just right, like a porridge at a nice heat. Yeah, Goldilocks was eating porridge, and it was just right. I'm gonna fly with the swans and show my beauty. Yeah, the Swan Princess, I guess. Or the Ugly Duckling. Could be both. Because show my beauty? Yeah, it could be the Ugly Duckling, because well, the duckling finds out that he's no duckling, but a swan. But it's, yeah, gonna get popped like a weasel till you retreat. I don't know anything about that, but maybe you guys can tell me what the things I missed are. The sky's gonna fall, you'll be feeling the pain. Sure, why not? You would be great and terrible, but only if you had a brain. I laughed at this part. But then there came the rap part, and it was just a little bit my attention focused on that, but I was starting to laugh at that a lot. Because it's just like, you would be great and terrible, but you're not. You're just a small lady who's overreacting because you don't have a brain. It's kind of a very sassy remark. Yeah, we're gonna get into this. Yeah, pop goes the weasel. It's again a weasel that's popping. I don't know about that, but it's 2 times now. Time to defeat you. Hickory dickory, flawless victory. Yeah, hickory dickory. There's something about that, I guess. Flawless victory is also a nice line. Carve your tail like 3 blind mice. I don't actually know about the 3 blind mice. What that is supposed to mean. The only thing I know that from is actually the Shrek movies. Because there are blind mice there. So I know that's a thing. But I don't know what's the meaning. Better listen up, I'm not saying it twice. Ring around the rosy, you can't oppose me. Don't know about that, actually. Let you know how now I'm here to take you down. You're gonna meet your end in a splendor. No more pretending, your fall pending. Your star won't twinkle. Oh, twinkle, twinkle, little star. I know this! Squeeze to a wrinkle. That is also, ooh, wrinkles. Bloody up the scene, a nightmarish fiend. Okay. London Bridge is down. Oh yeah, London Bridge. I know about that. You can't make a sound. The wheels on your bus just been crushed. Okay, I don't know about that either. Eeny, meeny, my. Time for you to die. That's interesting. I love that one. Eeny, meeny, my. Time for you to die. I'm gonna say that. We had this with Time for You to Die in a few songs already. We had a song called Die, and then a song All Things Must Die. So, yeah, it's kind of referring back or not. And actually in German we have something very similar, just it's a little bit different, but it's the same structure. It's Ene Mene Mu. Ene Mene Mu und raus bist du. I mean, you could actually, like, because translation wise it means and you're out, so it kind of still fits, kind of. Catch him by the toe, never letting go. I guess there's something with a toe. I don't remember. I'm just so bad at such things. No time to pray, it's your last day. That's harsh. A, B, C, D, you can't see me. Yeah, why not? That maybe something about playing hide and seek. Yeah, and then we have the chorus again. So yeah, not much to say about the song in its entirety. It's just, yeah, it's about the fight of our teams against Caroline Cordovan, nothing more. It's just, I think the appeal of this song are just those references. Either I'm gonna look up a lot of them, or you guys can tell me, because I'm not sure at a lot of them. I know some of them, so I guess that's okay. But yeah, still like the sound a lot. It's weird for me to say that, but yeah, I think I like it more than Rising. just because the sound is, and I'm kind of a sucker for a little bit harsher sound, even though in Lionize it was a little bit jarring. Um, but yeah, I guess that's it for this time. Next time, as I said, Nevermore, One Thing, Indomitable, and Forever Fall, and then the Armed and Ready acoustic version. All the videos that I used are from Flint of RWBY. And I hope you'll check him out. Just try to support him too. He's a very... He does very great things. I always like what images he chooses for his videos, and since he gets the lyrics from Jeff Williams, they should be the right ones, you know? Yeah, but if you want to also support all the other people who do lyric videos, because even though Flint of RWBY is the most known, others do them too. So go check all of them out. Just do it. Yeah, that was my first RWBY Volume 6 soundtrack reaction. The first part of it. Interesting. I think that the second half will just have songs that please me even more. Because I love Nevermore already. I can sing the whole thing. I know it by heart. So yeah, you're gonna get that next time. One Thing, a Neo song, always hyped for that. I don't have a Neo figure. I want a Neo figure. I want something Neo. Yeah, and then Indomitable, which will probably be very sweet and very empowering, because what we heard of it was just a really, really small amount, but I already love the song. And also, Forever Fall just made me cry in this little part we got. So I think the second half will be better than the first half. Even though I'm not like opposed to any of the songs in total, just I think Lionize is a little bit jarring, but maybe I'm gonna get used to it. Miracle and Rising are like, they're okay. I still like them. It's not that they're bad, but I'm a little bit more generic in some points, especially Miracle. I think I like them in a double pack with all the meanings that refer to one another. That Miracle is kind of leading up to Rising. And yeah, a Big Metal Shoe, a little bit more energy. Maybe I'm gonna put that as my alarm in the morning, because then I'm actually gonna wake up. The beginning, like the I like how Big Metal Shoe was composed. The beginning was this what is it called? Freaking, I don't know the words. I don't know what I'm saying. The well, the you know, the God, it just I'm gonna look that up because it really, really annoys me that I don't know it. Yeah, and while I try to look up what that meant, music box. Oh God, I had to look that up. But yeah, I stopped the recording, but I didn't really say a lot about this. I just said that I liked it, that this music box music was playing in the beginning of Big Metal Shoe, and with a very well-known melody also. And then we have, in the end, this nice little thing that I always like with a few chords that are struck there. I didn't really say anything else. The thing is, I made my whole outro and now it's gone. Yeah, but just what I wanted to say is, yeah, the second part of the soundtrack reaction will be up soon, and my AMV for My Chemical Romance Mama, a RWBY AMV, is gonna be up soon too. I don't know in which order they will be, but they're all planned. Yeah, like I said, next time we have Nevermore, One Thing, Indomitable, and Forever Fall, along with the acoustic version of I'm Not Ready. But yeah, I think next time will be the, I wouldn't say like better songs, but yeah, like songs I like more, I guess. But until then, I'm gonna wait a little bit until Flint of Ruby uploaded Forever Fall, and then I'm gonna do the next part of this soundtrack reaction. Very interesting songs we have on this soundtrack. They're very versatile. Again, I I don't know how Indomitable will be, but I guess Forever Fall is a pretty calm song, so we kind of have the whole range. Yeah. I don't know. Did I say anything else after I stopped this freaking recording? I don't know. Probably. I probably forgot something totally. But yeah. Until then, maybe it's. Well, I'm gonna remind myself or something. But yeah, on this note, have a nice day, and I see you in the next video. Bye!